And now, KVAL Sports from the Three Rivers Casino Sports Desk.
When you come here, you're looking for an opportunity to continue to compete against the best, and I think there's no secret that there's really great teams and great competition in that league. I think it's a league that means more than just football. I think obviously academically it brings a certain prestige, and then the fact that it hits every single part of the United States is big for us because we are a team that is a national brand. We should be seen across the nation.
So Dan Lanning sounds off on a move that will alter the landscape of West Coast football forever. What's up, Western Oregon? It is official. This will be Oregon's last season in the Pac-12 before they pack their bags for the Big Ten. Our sports reporter Erin Slinde live from the Hatfield-Dowling complex where Dan Lanning just spoke for the first time since this move came together. So Erin, tell us, how's the team reacting to this program-altering news?
Well, it's been a little over 24 hours since the Oregon Board of Trustees decided it would be in the university's best interest to accept the Big Ten's offer into the conference. And when it comes to the Big Ten getting bigger, well, the money gets bigger too. Both Oregon and Washington were offered partial shares into the Big Ten, an offer that was still better than a full membership with the Pac-12. And when it came down to it, Oregon had to make their best decision for their future, a decision the Oregon football team is looking forward to come 2024.
You know, first off, I think our players are really excited about that. I mean, I think it's an exciting opportunity for us. We talk about what are we looking for at this university and the way that we recruit on a national level, multiple time zones, playing against the best of the best. That's something our guys were really, really excited about. Obviously, it's not really our focus right now. Right, we got an entire season to play. This is about 2023 season. It's what we want to attack, but I think that creates a unique student-athlete experience for our guys moving forward, and certainly sets us up. Really appreciate Rob, administration, all the people at the top that did a great job looking out for the future of Oregon, and I think that really protects us.
So far, the Pac-12 is left with 4 teams and no media deal in 2024. And despite the news, the Ducks are still focused on their goals for the season, which is winning a Pac-12 championship, maybe for the last time for a while, and making it to the college football playoffs. But until then, I'll give it back to you at the desk, Trevor.
Yeah, great stuff there, Erin. Couple quick takeaways. He talked about the recruiting, expanding that footprint, and also protecting the Oregon brand by making sure that they're still seen on the major television networks. Now, a couple other Pac-12 schools also protecting their brands on Friday. Shortly after Oregon made that move official, Arizona, Arizona State, and Utah also jump ship. They leave for the Big 12, giving that conference 16 teams. For a long time, ASU President Michael Crow, a staunch supporter of the Pac-12, and he was a leading figure in trying to keep it intact. Today, he talked about why he changed course and decided it was time for an exit. He told reporters that the conference's presidents were supposed to agree on a media rights deal at 7 a.m. Friday, but Washington and Oregon did not join the call, signaling the league's eventual demise. He said once Oregon and Washington decided to go to the Big Ten, the Pac-12 was no longer viable. You can't be in a non-viable position for more than a few hours in our minds. We resolved that. You have 2 teams not present and no media contract. You've got to act, end quote. And that final death blow leaves Oregon State, Washington State, Cal, and Stanford as the last 4 teams left in the conference beyond August 2024. That puts the Beavers in a very precarious spot in which they could lose their Power 5 conference status. Now, defensive coordinator Trent Bray, he grew up in Pullman, Washington. He played at Oregon State, and he's coached in the Pac-12 for over a decade in total. So I asked him for his thoughts on what's happened to the league. He's been around for almost his entire life.
A lot, but nothing. I mean, nothing we can worry about. We got a Pac-12 season this year, and our focus is on winning the Pac-12 championship. And then after that, we'll see what happens. But to try to speculate and do all that would be pointless.
So much like what Jonathan Smith said Friday, the Beavers continuing to focus on the season at hand. They have a roster ready to compete for a Pac-12 title this season. It just will be the league's last season in its current form. So they're trying to focus on ball. I promise that we're going to get back to trying to focus on ball at some point later on at 11. We'll talk more about what else they said at practice, you know, about the actual season that's going to happen this fall. Hard to believe that we're going to be playing football soon with all of this news, but lots of stuff there to unpack from Dan Lanning and Trent Bray today.